Yo, what up, guys? So today we started evaluations.
Day 13?
13.
Evaluation.
So we had a 2-day weekend.
Yeah.
Sunday we had our regular day off, and then Memorial Day, which is Monday.
Caught up on sleep.
Got a lot of sleep. It was good. 66. What does he think? He's like a stock car?
I don't know.
Retarded people. Anyway, so we got in. We were in the yard at first. When you learn things, you learn like to do things by looking at certain things in the environment, like markers or landing gear or lines,
certain cracks, certain lines,
certain things, right? And when you're being evaluated, the evaluator's watching you, and you're not really supposed to be like looking for things like that, right? To give you a heads up or whatever, give you an advantage.
Right.
So I was doing alley docking, and instead of looking at the line, I was just kind of guesstimating, and I was fucking it up. But it made me better. It made me a lot better. I actually did it without the line, and I was like, yeah. So what I did is, first time I went too deep, and I crossed the line. I crossed the plane of the entrance of the alley dock. So once I crossed the line, you're able to pull back up and go again. And that counts as one pull-up, which is only like 1 point. And I found out today that if you blow the horn without being in the box,
yeah, you fail.
13 points, which is an automatic fail.
Yeah, because that's supposed to indicate that you're done.
Right, that indicates you're done. That's the highway horn, the boom, boom, the big one.
But when they train you, they say do that first for like awareness and shit like that. So it's kind of like a habit that's kind of hard to break.
Well, my instructor said the city horn always until you're done.
Right. I was told no horn at all until you're done.
So, I was fucking awesome. So the last time I did it just like on my own merit. I went too deep. I broke the plane. I got out. To verify I broke it, then I pulled all the way back up. I was like, okay, I know where I was. Let me go a little bit forward. Then I was too shallow. I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll pull back up. Pull back up. Got it in between there. Got it right in. I pulled up another time as you're cutting it there.
Right.
You're coming here, and then you got to just pull up to straighten yourself out.
Which only gives you now 1 point because you've had your 2 free ones.
So now I only used 1 actual pull up and got it in. So I did it by myself with no markers, no help. Fuck yeah, I was pretty pumped about it because I was so demoralized because I couldn't really get it at first. By a couple of tries, I was struggling because the setup just wasn't. If you miss the setup, you're fucked. There's no recovery. You can't recover from an alley dock. There's zero recovery. You cannot recover. Period. You're fucked. I tried everything to recover, and there's none at all. If you're too deep, you might be able to recover if you
pull all the way out.
If you pull straight, if you just straighten back out, and you pull up probably like 10, 15 feet. If you pull up a little bit. If you're too shallow, you're just fucked. You're straight fucked. You can't do it. So you just gotta set it up. If you set it up right, it's done. Like, it fucking like goes in itself. It's that easy. It's simple. Real quick, over the weekend, I got new glasses, so just in case you guys noticed or not. Now you do.
You can see a lot better though.
I can see it. Yeah, before I couldn't really see the line, how it got to the wheels, and now I could like just see it. Even though it's like faded line, I'm just like, I can mentally picture the line and just go with it. Know what shit is. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, it was fun. And then after that, Robert, his trainer, started helping me on
the offset.
The offset
because the landing gear fucked you up last time. Now, but you did actually really good for the first time you came over. Did it? So you were using the cones and shit, right?
Yeah, I did the one turn,
and you did one pull up, and you nailed it. No, I think you did. Yeah, I think you only did one for that side, and then the other side you might have done one.
I did two somewhere, I think.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Well, I think one of them you pulled up just to like kind of straighten it out. I think it was the first one.
Robert wanted me to only use the right mirror, and I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
I'm like, why?
You want to get used to that mirror.
And it did. It did. I was like, what the fuck? It throws me off. And the fucking right mirror is like all retarded. Like, you're looking at shit, and the one cone's here, the next cone is like over here, and the next cone's like over here. It like curves. It's weird, dude. It's crazy.
And that's why I always end up being in the box curve, because it looks like I'm about to hit over there, or it's either it's too far over there, so I'm too close over here, and then I try and correct it. Next thing you know, I am crooked in the box.
Yeah, you gotta look in both mirrors. That's why you straighten out. You do the whole 45 straight back till you see, a good pivot point for your wheels.
Right.
And then you go 45 straight again. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's just stuff. It's just cool stuff. He had me backing like straight back, just using my right mirror, and it was interesting. He had me pulling forward with just my right mirror, and that was fucking me up.
He had me do that.
I was like,
He's like, don't even look forward. I'm like,
what? Don't look forward. I'm
go
going
against
forward.
My nature of looking out the windshield when driving.
I know. I was like, and he was telling me, he's like, this is some bleeding edge shit or something.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, if you say so. But it did help me a lot, actually.
Helps you get a better understanding of that mirror.
It does. And you look at the variances differently. The difference of the space and its deceptive nature. Mentally, it helps you understand that better. So it's good. It's pretty helpful there.
Yeah.
So how was your yard time?
Every time I did offset backing again, I did it like twice. Then I went over to do the PTI eval, but I was able to like kind of like swap around because we had the other Mike from the alley docking group come over because he needed to work on his offset. I was like, all right, well, while he's over there, I'll go over there to the alley, and I went over there, tried that once, got a little bit of a feel for it. Still not 100% comfortable with it yet, so I still need to work on that. The offset, I feel like I nail it. I haven't been eval'd yet for that, but I'm like very confident I can pass that like nothing. I can finagle my way into it. Shit. But I did the PTI eval. I passed that with 100%. There was like little refinement things he was trying to say that I didn't need to say, or kind of like do a little less verbiage, because depending on the examiner, some of them they said it may sound like I'm rambling off too many things at once, so the examiner may get confused and then just mark you off for it because they don't know. So I'm like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, and he's like, so just kind of like tone down on this, and this, and he's like, other than that, everything else is like 100%.
So if the examiner's too stupid to fucking follow you,
right? Well, what I started doing when Chris told me that is like some of this rivets or hardware. I'm like, I started saying, all this is not cracked, broken, damaged, in place, not bent, not twisted. Every variation of the word. I left it as that. I said any and every variation of the word that could possibly happen to this is not happening.
Yep.
So,
you say if they get confused about that, you should talk to us about our fucking deep conversation. We get really fucking lost out.
Right. So, the PTI already passed. Waiting for the eval on the backing maneuvers. We did after lunch, we ended up doing driving, which he could mention his first.
Right. Yeah, driving. We had driving evals today. We all failed.
Stupidly.
I'll tell you why.
Stupidly.
Yeah, so I was murdering it, shifting, good, turning, good. Everything was fucking good. There was a turn that is like a small turn lane going right, and then you have a single lane going right. So it's like there's 2 lanes here. This lane is going, the way it's supposed to, and the other lane is going the opposite direction. So they want us to turn like that. Okay? So I did. Now that's divided by a double yellow line solid. So what I did is I went straight as I could, turned sharp as I could, and like rode the yellow line. I just used as much space as I fucking possibly could. And I was like, that's it. And I look at my trailer, and my trailer goes in the dirt, and I'm just like, I used as much possible space as I could humanly manage.
For those who don't know, a double yellow line typically indicates you're not allowed to pass it, regardless.
Yeah, never.
However,
so after we all failed, and we said, why did we all fail? This doesn't make sense. Well, everyone went off the road with the trailer at the same spot. I said, what are you talking about? Then how do you get through there? Because you can't. I used as much space as I humanly could. There's no more space to be had within the yellow lines. You can't. That's what I told him. I'm like, you can't. There's no other space. He goes, yeah, you have to go on the other side of the lane. I'm like, what? You're in another lane. You're in the opposite lane of traffic.
Oncoming traffic, yeah.
Like, that makes no fucking sense. We have to do a traffic check. What? Dude, are you fucking high? Yeah, faster coming and shit. And I was just like, that's retarded. That's stupid. So, you're supposed to stop on the side of the turn lane, wait until traffic clears on the opposite lane of that turn side road.
I'll make sure it's clear really on both sides, because...
Yeah, obviously. Make sure you have clearance.
So.
But, meanwhile, your trailer's probably sticking out in that lane, in the highway lane, because the turn lane's not large at all. And yeah, good shit. We all failed because of that. And the guy's like, oh, don't worry, guys. You guys are great. He goes, you guys are really good. Your driving's good. You just got to touch up on a couple things. And then he said, we all failed at the turn. Right after that turn is a stop sign. And we all failed at yielding to that traffic, which was bullshit. Because I was at the stop sign, I creeped out to see both lanes as far as I could. No cars were coming, and I went. If I can't visibly see any cars, and I looked all the way the fuck down there, there was no cars coming. With my new glasses, there was no cars coming. And supposedly, I still didn't yield for traffic. And I was like, all right, bro, I know that's bullshit. All right. I'm like, I know that's bullshit. So unless they're going like 70, 60, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't know what to tell you. But I yielded. There was no one coming. And I went. If they're going too fast and I'm going too slow, that doesn't have relevance over it was clear to go within a visible range.
Right.
Within the max visible range I have, it is clear to go. That's it. I creeped up to the edge of the left lane, or this oncoming traffic.
Right.
And I couldn't go into that lane because I would be impeding traffic. I stopped, I looked both ways, it was clear both ways, and I proceeded. There's nothing further to do there. You can't do anything else. So, it's just some bullshit. I think it was like you wanted to fail us, like, guys, everyone failed because everyone did it. And then Davidson was like, oh no, you gotta do this. You gotta go like in the yellow, the white, you know, that striped turn lane. You gotta go there, and then you gotta cut it hard. I'm like, bro, I did that. He's like, did you? I'm like, yes. I'm like, I did that. I used every ounce of the lane. And then he did it, and then he goes, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah. So basically, the evaluator drew up the whole lane. Literally said we have to wait in the turn lane for the other lane to clear. Go beyond the double yellows.
Go on the oncoming traffic.
Go on oncoming traffic and go back into the regular lane to clear the trailer. And I'm just like, that sounds like the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Or instead of going into traffic and potentially killing someone, or run over some mud. Just saying. Don't know.
Which one sounds safer?
Don't know, guys. Hey man, I don't have my CDL license. It's your job to figure that shit out, apparently.
Well, I'm sure you got evals tomorrow. As well.
I get evals tomorrow. I'll sit there and wait until it's fucking crystal clear.
But you might have a different track this time.
No, probably not. The guy that's the old eval route.
Oh.
Apparently. I'm like, well, that's a dick route. That's a fucked up route. Seeing how no one's told you, like, oh, yeah, you can go over the double yellow lines. No. People say you cannot go over the double yellow lines. But guys, in this case, if you were gonna hit mud, you have to go over. What the fuck? Whatever. Anyways, that's some bullshit. Anyways, we'll do it tomorrow. Just fucking annihilate that shit.
Yep. I mean, look at the bright side. I mean, if I hadn't known that, I might have failed not the eval test, but the exam. So.
Right.
So now, no.
See? Now
if they choose to bring us to a road like that.
Right.
So.
Fucking bastards. Yeah.
Yep.
How's your left-hand turns? Oh, yeah. Davidson almost ran a fucking lady off the road. So there's two turn lanes. We're going like this, and we're here. And he's coming, and this lady's coming, and he's turning. And this lady's like, ah! And fucking starts going into the other turn lane. She got scared of big ass fucking trucks. And then he's like, the examiner said at the end, like, yeah, the scary part was you almost fucking ran over that lady. I'm like, but he didn't. And I'm like, and he didn't go into the lane either. And he's like, yeah, but we can't like measure if it's like, if it's 5 inches or, you know, a foot or 2. He's like, we just see how the traffic reacts, and if you're that close to them. I'm like, but if they overreact, you know what? I'm like, and then it comes, it brings into question, like, what if they overreact, right? And they're like, well, blah blah. And I'm like, here's a perfect example. Why can't we blow our highway horn on the roadways? Because people overreact and they don't know what they're doing and they get scared. Okay, so what if people just overreacted and got scared about a truck near them? But now we fucking failed because they overreacted? Yeah. How does that make sense? It's a lot of fucking weird shit. Doesn't make sense to me. How's your road trip though?
It was good. Passed my eval. I didn't get the stupid road like you did, but I had some other questionable things, which I was actually surprised I passed because I fucked up. Like I said, I accidentally stalled in an intersection. I forgot there's a button for high and low gears that I forgot to put back down, which would indicate low. So when I put it into third gear, I actually put it in 8th and tried to go off in 8th, and I stalled. But I was able to get it back up and running quick enough to where traffic was not impeded. So I got a point. I got a point taken off, or I don't know how many points, but it wasn't enough to fail. It says now if I would have impeded traffic, it would have been an automatic fail. At one other point, he mentioned that he's like, "You're gonna hit a curve," and I'm like, "No, I'm not." And I went around it smoothly, came close, but I didn't hit it. I was trying to do it tight. But then he said I was doing too wide of turns, which didn't make sense.
Yo, I go wide as possible.
Right.
I go, because you're going to the right lane.
No, well, if you're doing a right turn. He was saying I was taking too wide of turns.
Well, you have to.
Right.
You have to take wide turns.
Right, but you don't want to make it wide enough for someone to be able to squeeze in there, because apparently everyone is retarded and people try and squeeze in through those. I don't know why anyone would.
That's on them.
So yeah, I had that. I had an issue shifting at one point. I lost my gear.
How long do you stay in the other lane?
What are the lanes?
So say you're taking a right.
Right, until you have enough clear. I mean, you're not in.
So I take like the second lane.
Second lane.
Second lane.
And then swerve back
I do
into
like
first.
three seconds in there, and then I swerve back in.
Oh no, I watch out of my mirror till I see it's gonna make it, and then I go back in.
But you can't judge it because you cut it too early. Because you cut back in. So,
I haven't had an issue.
So the angle cuts more. That's why you do like a 3 second.
Right.
count.
I wait until that back tire reaches like the exact intersection, and then you turn the right. So 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 4 seconds. It does. I don't have a second. It's as soon as I see it enter that intersection, a back tires. That's my turn. Because then it pivots from there, or does that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I just get a good feel for it.
I can't really show you my fingers right now because I'm driving, but
Yeah, I just.
here, I'm at a stop sign. So like if the turn is here and you're going this way, wait for the tires to get here, and then I do a sharp turn that way with the front, but those are the back tires. So
I just can't get a good like visual feel while things are moving.
right, it's
To
frustrating.
fucking cut like that. To be like, okay, I've cleared the sidewalk, and I'm like, because when I thought I cleared it before on the front end, and then it looked like it was clearing on the back end, and I cut it back into the lane.
Right.
It just fucking ran over the lane. And I was like, well, not doing that again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna pretend I think it's cleared. I'm like, no, okay, let me just fucking hold the lane. Am I good? All right, good. Go
Right.
back in there. So that's about it.
Yep.
What else we have?
That's it.
It was fast day.
It
Was it a
was.
fast day?
It
I
was.
thought it
The yard
really
time went
fucking
actually pretty fast. I was surprised with that too.
Crazy fast.
Yep. And I believe that's it.
That's it, guys.
So till tomorrow, we're actually about to go in and eat. So
Get some food. Feed your
Yep.
face.
So till tomorrow, have a good one.
Feed your face. 13? Day 13?
13, yes.
Review. See ya.
Say it.